Hey everybody, Aaron Hardesty for Hardesty Remodeling and Repair here. And also I got my sidekick Dougal here helping me. You helping me today, buddy? Huh? Yeah, he's preoccupied doing a little sniffing out here. But anyway, remember those table legs that I had that I'm going to make the wood top for? We're still going to do the wood top, but we're going to put it to the back burner for a little bit. It's still drying out and doing everything like that it needs to. But I have a piece of plexiglass here. Now you can't really tell that it's plexiglass. You can look at the underside of it. I can peel back the paper on it. But you see it's a clear piece of 3/4 inch plexiglass. What I've done is I've drawn a circle around here, and I'm going to use one of those table legs, and I'm going to have me a small plexiglass round top for this table. I'm going to put a smooth routed round over edge on it, but it's going to be pretty neat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little finishing on that table leg. I'm going to route and cut out my piece of plastic, and I'll show you the table when it's done. Not a whole lot to show for the plexiglass being worked on. You cut it with regular woodworking tools, although you need to be careful. With 3/4 inch, it's not as bad, but if you cut a 1/4 inch piece of plexiglass, it'll actually flop on you a lot, and it can snap or break. This is a lot more rigid, but I'm using a fine-tooth scrolling saw blade for my jigsaw, which I have a Porter cable. It's a Porter cable jigsaw. I've had it for a while. It's a good saw. But anyway, I'll show you when the table's done. Hope you like it. Aaron Hardesty, Hardesty Remodeling and Repair. Okay, one thing I would like to show you is a little bit about routing the plastic. This is acrylic, 3/4 inch acrylic. It's clear, but it's very similar to working with Corian or Wilson art if you've ever worked with this sort of material. You basically cut it with wood tools, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to route a round over edge on this. So I'm going to demonstrate it. I've got a round over in my router table right now, and so I've got my piece here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank it up, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to put a round over on one edge of it. So here we go. Always wear your safety glasses when you're working on stuff, because you could really get yourself hurt, especially if you've never done something like this. These bits get hot, so you have to be able to do it. Take your time and not force it, because you can. The roller bearing on that router bit can get boogered up. Did well. I'll show you what we got here. Obviously I've got my round piece, but if you'll notice the edges of it, let me see if I can get a good angle on it here. I've got a nice little round over on there, so it's got a nice smooth edge on it here that will make it a nice clean edge that I can wipe off. I'm thinking I'm going to leave that bottom flat since it's going to be a table. But now what I can do, actually, since you use sandpaper to smooth it up, I've got my rough edge on here from the belt sander. You can probably see the marks in it, and you see our rounded edge there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a orbital sander, and I'm going to work that edge and get it smoothed up. I'll take those rough edges off of that plastic. But next thing I'll have to do is I'll drill my holes to go on my table leg, and I'll have to pre-drill a couple of holes to go through the top for my flat-headed bolts. So that is the next step, and next thing you'll see though is a finished table. So looking forward to that. Alright, got the table finished. I didn't end up doing anything with the leg as far as finishing because I actually like the rustic look of it. I got it all sanded and all the rust off of it. But here it is. Just a nice little plexiglass top. You see I got the brass head screws in it, and on the bottom of it I have just a square nut with a couple of washers on it. But I think it's kind of neat. It's got that old soda style base on it, and it's going to be perfect just for a glass there, and it's not going to stain or anything because it's going to have the plexiglass. All I got to do is wipe it off. But that's what I've been needing by my chair in my game room, so looking forward to using it, and I hope you enjoyed my little journey on building a little table. So we'll see you next time on the next project. Hopefully it will go just as smooth as this one. We'll catch you on the flip side.